has long treble that'll be put in. We got 2-inch low heavyweight springs, and then long treble Davidson's rear. Okay, so first things first, with the long treble, you want to I just did it from the back. You're gonna want to put some jack stands under there to support it, and then I lowered the jacks a little bit so there's weights relying on there. I would use extra wood on it because the gap here, it's gonna drop. It's longer, like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna measure it, see how much there is now, and then see how much there is later. And then yeah, so basically make sure you have enough travel to lift it even more. So it should be good there. And then yeah, make sure that's there. I'm on an incline, so very smart knowledge, you know, whatever. But just use some wheel chocks in the front, pop it in 4-wheel drive. That way it doesn't really, the front diff is locked. And then yeah, you could pull the wheels off, make sure you break them loose. And next step. All right, here's the old suspension. Here's some Bilsteins, 5100 Toyota with Toyota OEM. I think it's like maybe like an inch or something. Next step, you're gonna pop this one off on both sides, set that sway bar loose, and then yeah, that's the next step. So yeah, just go ahead and crack this. Mine's a 13. Should be able to. There you go. Just use one of these goodies. Oh my gosh. Pop this off. Next step, you're just gonna take this top bolt off. It's a little, I guess these Bilsteins just kind of have like a notch. I mean, I don't know if I even tighten this down all the way, but yeah, just loosen up this top on the top. And I have a 1-inch body lift, so it's a lot easier for me to get in and out of here. But yeah, basically just take off this top nut for a second. After you do that sway bar, also make sure to support it, because it just popped out and it's loose in there now. So make sure you support it, because I do have extended brake lines, so nothing to worry about. But if you do not yet, you could have just ripped those out. So just be careful. Okay. Next up, you're just gonna want to do this bottom one. Just crack it. It's a 17 again. This whole thing just bent this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we're just gonna do one side at a time. Grab your bolt with your washer, put it right there. And then this thing's always a pain in the butt, but yeah, it came off easy. Except I had this big line in the way, but there you go. And then here's your old shock. Seems to still be in pretty good condition. Not, let's do a test. Next, you just want to get the spring out. This thing is short, so just pull it out like this. Oh, nice. Okay. Here's the old spring. Get your top hat. There you go. And that's not even full droop, so it should be good. Now you're gonna just want to get the new spring, put it in, top hat, line it up, and then put the new shock in here. Make sure these are clean. There's no rust going on here. Clean this. Looks good. Ball joints feel solid. So, oh, it's pretty nice. Here's the new spring. It's honestly not too much taller. Just gonna give it just a little bit more stiffness for jumps. Maybe an inch lift, maybe, possibly. I think these ones were an inch already, so whatever. But they're not nice and big. But yeah, I didn't need any extensions or anything. So this thing just kind of went in there. It's still loose. Just got so much downplay. You can see. So now we're gonna get the shock in there. And yeah. Okay, so the Davidson's like slightly in there. Springs loaded in there. I gotta mount this somewhere. I gotta put my 2-inch homemade blocks in there to extend the bump stop. And yeah, it's sitting good. It's pretty, I think it's fitting. So I think good so far. So I didn't really exactly test fit my wheel, so I don't know if it's gonna flex in there. You do need to take this out to put the 2-inch spacer, because it's gonna hit here. But we're good. All I did is get some self-tapping screws just through here. It's right here at the bottom. This thing's sitting in nice. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this wire yet. I think I'm just gonna leave it for now. Eventually find something. This is sitting perfectly in there. We have access to the, you know, switches here. This thing is damaged from me putting it in here. But yeah, pretty much looking good. Okay, moving on to the other side. Fix my mistake, support it, that way it doesn't fall. This one I'm gonna need to use some adjustable to get that off. Loosen it, take off that bottom nut with a 17 mil as well, or 19 or something. And pull the spring, and then I'll be right back. All right, got the next side in here. Springs, shop, and trying to mount the reservoir. This one's a little different. It's a little off. Something goofed off here, but probably gonna mount it like this. I don't know. I want the Dobinsons to like, man, I really could. I might need to buy new stickers. But pretty much, I want it to sit like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it like that. And then I'm gonna have to heat these up because I didn't take these off yet. And I do have the bracket for it, but I need to heat these up, remove them, and then pop new ones in. All right, so these are the brackets I just made. They sell them online if you want to spend 80 bucks. If you just get some 2x2, like this, 2x2, cut it. It's a little, whatever. And just align them kind of offset. So it turns out to look like this. It's just a 2x2. Just use the old one and then get some nuts and bolts and whatever. These don't really rattle much, so I didn't really use any lock washers, and it's the only hardware I had right now. I put a sticker on it, but basically just moves it back a little bit. It would be up here, like basically this is the new bolt, this is the old one. So it's offset, just so it can kind of hit straight in the middle again, like off camber. It's looking good though. This is what you're gonna have to do for these body mounts. I did the other side the other week. They're gonna be pretty rusty and nasty. And I'm telling you, just heat them up. You might snap a bolt. So just use some heat right here. Just turn it up. Just get some heat on them and just heat them up for a solid minute or two. Nice and hot. Watch out for the reservoir. Just get it nice and hot, and then break it with a 12 mil bolt. It'll come out smooth. Just take it all the way out, and that's pretty much it. It'll come out smooth. All right, so these extensions are on right here, so that should just land straight down because we're gonna have more travel. This bolt was okay. This one was a little cracked in the end, so hopefully it stays in there. And then yeah, just use some hardware. So I measured a little wrong, but here just use some chill hardware. It's not gonna really bounce, but it should be okay. These are cheap, but you can get extended ones like 2 inches for 200 bucks. Like, I'm not doing that. So anyways, this is how it's going. Looking good, looking chill. All right, so everything's in there, good. That's in there. Spring is aligned. And then this tightening down looks terrible right now. I might need to get an extended one, to be honest with you. It's kind of funny because as I'm doing this, I found a broken gas strap. I mean, at least this one's fine, which is holding the whole thing together. But it's a strap. It's just a little like Teflon, but it's just rusted out. So looks like I'm gonna need to just get a new bolt out of there. I don't know what I'm gonna do for this, but it's kind of fun. You know, it's always good to have something to do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, all set on the back. All right, guys. So this is the trouble now. This is basically topped out. It's all in there. We'll have to see if this fits in and make sure there's no rubbing or anything. I don't know. Figure that out. Might have to move the hose or something. But it looks like there's more travel. Should be 2 more inches. And yep. Alright guys, we're going to be installing some Icon coilovers. We already have long treble Dobinsons in the back. And then changing the front out now. So I'll be trying to take you guys through how to change those out. These here and mount a reservoir. These are old Bilsteins. First thing,
So first thing you're gonna want to do, jack up the car. First step. Next step, take the wheel off, and we'll go on from there. Once you get the wheel off, go ahead and move on to the next step now. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna want to do is you can probably start on the cam bolts. That way they're just loose. Make sure you mark them, align them, just so you can drive the alignment shop. Because you're gonna be lifting. If it's about the same height, you might be all right. But I would just take it there anyways, just in case. So yeah, first do the cam bolts, and then I believe it's gonna be these top hat mounts, bolts, and then we'll probably do the sway bar. We're gonna have to do the other side as well. That way we can lift this whole assembly up. That way the shot can kind of move out without this in the way. And plus we're gonna be adding a sway bar drop too. So I'm just gonna do that at the end now, I believe. So yeah, first let's go ahead and do those cam bolts, and then we'll do the cam bolts. We'll do the this, and then we'll do the top hat bolts. So what I'm gonna do now is actually I'm not able to move out the way necessarily. So I'm just gonna remove these 2 bolts there on the other side, and then just let this thing hang just on the floor. Because I'm gonna end up adding spacers right here. So we'll do that at the end though. Alright, so the sway bar is disconnected. I'm not gonna take my skid plate off, so I do have more space here now, so I can move this up all the way up here. So I'm just gonna leave this dangling here. It's gonna be fine because I'll be able to put the spacers in here too. So just leave it like that. I highly recommend heating these things up like crazy, because the first time I did it, I snapped the bolt. It was not a fun day, so I recommend heating them up. So you can see this bolt right here, I had to put a new bolt in because of that, so I would heat them up. Now what you're gonna want to do is just unbolt the top ones. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave one on just in case, if anything. That back one was a little rough, so just be careful of that. Just use a flex head with an adjustable whatever. Just leaving one on. Yep. Alright, so after you do the cam bolts, sway bar, top hat bolts, and then when I do the bottom one, just loosen it, unthread it, but I'd just keep it in there. I don't know, I don't trust this stuff, so I'm just gonna leave it in there just partly threaded. And then the last step is gonna be these 2 ball joint bolts. These ones are gonna be pretty tight, so make sure you got a breaker bar for those, or a good impact. I don't have any impacts because we do it old fashioned right here now. Come on now. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that one, which is I believe 100 foot-pounds, so it's probably around there. And then I'll do the bottom ones, and that's it. Okay, so my mistake, you're gonna wanna undo all of these and then do that, because they kind of popped down on me, but it's loose in there now. So, I don't know, I could probably get this thing out with like that bushing is a little cooked. I probably would be able to get this thing out, but putting the new one in wouldn't work, so I'm gonna have to do those bottom 2 bolts now, these ones. Let's do it. All right, so those bolts just came out pretty easy. Your bar should just be able to spin. Yeah, pretty nice. And then the shock just completely fell out, so you just pop it out. There you go. There you go. The 2-inch diameter. And now put the new ones in. I was gonna go ahead and put these in. So those. Look at this thing, man. Oh my goodness, look how big they are. Damn. Alright, so I'm gonna bolt that top hat in. This whole bottom piece is kind of not lining up really good, so I'm trying to line this up right now. And then I have to jack it up just so I can get this lower control arm to swing farther out, so I can bolt it up in there. And then yeah, but this is a little pain. It's a little pain in the butt. But yeah, the top is mounted, so just get that mounted. Reservoir's hanging, and then so basically just get that bolt, bottom piece in with these two things, and then put a bolt through it, and then we can start tightening stuff. All right, so this is in. I lost this nut, this washer, so I gotta improvise for a little bit till I get, maybe I find it, or you know, whatever. Probably find it later. But yeah, now we gotta line these back up, and then I'm putting a little bit of aniseed on everything. So I put a little bit on there, a little bit here. I'm probably gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do top ones, but because they're fresh. But yeah, definitely these ones. So yeah, putting these bottom ball joint bolts back in, and then yeah, and then we'll just tighten everything up and torque everything down. All right, so I just mounted this reservoir holder here, put some clamps on it. These bolts are gonna be 47 foot-pounds. These bottom ones down here are gonna be 166. This one's gonna be 100. I'm gonna torque all that down, and then I'm gonna do a sway bar later because I still gotta do the other side. And it's really hard because I didn't take it out, so it's very limited space. All right, so I just tightened these up so they're aligned again. This one's kind of hard to see, but they're pretty aligned. And then this one's scratched off, so I had to look back at old videos. So maybe do some more markings on it because it spun a lot and marked away the marker. And then those go to 100 foot-pounds, and then this all be done. I'll throw the tire on. I'm gonna adjust this later. We'll see what the height is right now. And then, so yeah, do the, put this on. Leave the sway bar hanging for now. But I gotta do the other side as well. And then, yeah, and then I'll come back to this side and show you guys the sway bar. But, as of that, this side's pretty much done. I just gotta torque those two done, and then we're done with this side. There you go. I want you guys to tell that eye inlet, that bushing's kind of cooked. So, I mean, I was hearing some stuff in front. I wonder if that's what it is. Still got a little bit of light, but I can't always really let you know. So it's. Go. Just hold it there, grab one of these nuts. There you go. Put these in. Alright, little update. We got bolts on the top. Got a bolt through with the little things. Now we can drop this, and then put the ball joint bolts back on there. Then we're gonna put the reservoir on there, and then we'll torque everything down. It's gonna be 166 at the bottom, 100-pound torque for right there, 47 up there, and 53 for this sway bar. So it's all done, all torqued down. Reservoir mounts in there, sway bar thing is in there. Lowers it. There's just space here now, and yeah.